4 has already been released to the public for those who have bought it. Although the price is high, it is no longer necessary to buy the standard edition with the pre-order torch to play. Most of you are probably finishing the campaign or have been in the engine for days. The Infernal Tides, guys. Do you know that mechanic where the map is marked in red and tougher creatures, a few levels higher than you, come out and it really doesn't seem to serve much purpose except to open chests that give you sacred legendary weapons and items with a high probability? Well, that mechanic turns out to be super essential to start off well in the engine. You have probably already noticed that when you try to upgrade a legendary or superior item above level 5, you are missing a material. Although you are breaking many items, these damn forgotten souls never drop. What is this mysterious item? The item itself says that it is used to upgrade sacred and legendary items, but it does not provide more information. This item can only be farmed consistently in the Infernal Tides, and the game does not clearly notify you of this. So now you know where to find it. Now let's see how to find it. How do the Infernal Tides work exactly? Of course, I will give more details here and especially what they are for and why they can become so high. I suppose you all know that the game essentially consists of creating a build, having a lot of legendaries with the right powers, with the right towers, with the right stats, which increase the rank of the ability you use most, etc. But you will also have seen that the numbers in the game are not excessively high. We are not talking about tens or hundreds of millions of years, as often happens in WoW and other RPGs, but the numbers are relatively basic. So you have to keep this in mind to know that 20 points of a stat are a huge improvement in this game. The difference from another game of 20 points does not even reach 0.1. Upgrading an item from 4 to 5 in the legendary tier makes an absurd difference in how your character will perform in the game world at higher difficulties. Farming these forgotten souls is absolutely essential to have the best possible items, and they can be farmed relatively easily. Essentially, you must wait for an Infernal Tide to appear every so often. They do not take too long to appear, and only last for an hour. Make sure that when you are exploring an area, the families appear in the upper right corner, because if that icon does not appear, you are not in an Infernal Tide zone. It may graphically seem like you are inside the zone on the map, but you are not actually participating in the event. The clearest way to see it is that the entire screen is very dark, and there are a lot of demons that are a couple of levels higher. Then, you are definitely in the event. The only guaranteed way to get one of these forgotten souls is to open an enchanted mining node, if you have the mining profession, of course. If you open an enchanted mining node, like the one you can see in the background, you will definitely get at least one forgotten soul. But all the other sources are Aang, meaning they drop from killing a normal creature. There is a very low chance that a forgotten soul will drop from killing an elite. There is a slightly higher chance in the chests that talk to the families, and there is a possible alternative chance that you will get at least one soul. And of course, these other items that are in the Infernal Tides are the Wicked Roses. The most certain way to farm them is to physically search for the Wicked Roses on the map. But the basic rule is that you can get these forgotten souls and Wicked Roses from any content in the Infernal Tides. So just go there, start clearing content. But if you urgently need these souls, it is best not to dismount and wander around until you find a rare mining node that will give you forgotten souls. Now, what exactly are they for, besides upgrading your items to level 5, which is already very important? Forgotten souls serve for 2 more things that are also very important in the ending. In the Alchemist, you can upgrade your potions. From a certain level, only with forgotten souls and wicked roses can you upgrade the potions. If you do not have these 2 items, you will not be able to upgrade the potions. The difference between a low potion and a high potion in the engine is brutal in terms of its instant healing. But even more importantly, I have already touched on the subject that, of course, we need very specific items, objects that have a specific trait that increases your ability in 2 of something that you use very often, or that is a primary state, or that gives you some kind of defect that is simply very useful. In the game, there is a mechanic called enchanting objects. This mechanic requires wicked roses and forgotten souls. If you do not have these items, you will not be able to enchant objects, apart from the fact that it requires a lot of gold. If you go to the optician in your city, you can see that they have a last tab of Object Enchanter. There, you can put a legendary or non-legendary item, and you can select a statistic that you do not like and roll the progressive dice. If another one that is better falls, you can change it. Unfortunately, an item can only be enchanted once. That is, if you already have an enchanted statistic, you cannot change the rest. But it gives you the opportunity to choose from several or give up and choose none. To re-roll, essentially, you must obtain more forgotten souls. And this is what really differentiates the pros from the nobs in this game, because if you already have something that is very good, it will probably have a statistic that could be better. Probably there will be something that does not use it, 100 that could be rolled for another type of ability. That improves you much more. And I suppose you don't need to be a genius or need an exact guide to describe exactly how this works and which statistics could exactly not be useful. In fact, a big part of the game is precisely understanding different synergies between different abilities and statistics. You don't have to follow any guide for this, really. Just use your logic. If you see that an item gives you more 2 ranks of a path that you don't use in your rotation, that item either needs to be completely changed or the statistic needs to be re-enchanted to give you more 2 ranks of a path that you do use in your daily life. Because, as I said, it is very logical in this game, and a big part of the fun comes from effectively seeing these types of synergies and building your build yourself and perfecting it little by little and seeing exactly how your gameplay changes and how suddenly you become a beast because you have played your cards well. So these forgotten souls, these infernal tides, are absolutely essential to truly build the character that you want and deserve in this game, because these small differences make the difference between farming a nightmare dungeon without any difficulty and being able to do it super efficiently, to fuel efficiently, to suffer in every damn pool and not be able to do absolutely anything because you are not exactly with the numbers you need at high difficulties. The game requires this type of hyperactivation to really go comfortably. So don't skimp on reinforcements. Whenever an infernal tide comes out, go there. Plus, it's very fun to just go around killing creatures, completing events. It gives a lot of experience because they are a couple of levels higher than you, and of course keep your eyes wide open. Look for those rare mining nodes to get more of these forgotten souls, and don't skimp on picking the roses either, which are also very useful. If this little video has helped you, I infinitely appreciate that you give a like, comment something, and especially subscribe to this channel. So thank you very much to the people who appear on the screen, the precious ones who support us monetarily in a very direct way by clicking on the join button below or going to the Patreon that is also in the description. And in the description, they have a link to Instant Gaming to buy games cheaper and support the channel with each purchase. Thank you very much to all, guys. I hope you liked this quick express guide that I wanted to explain to you a little bit about the mechanics that I think are super important. As always, like and subscribe to this channel, and until next time, up in the upper right corner, there's a video that you might be interested in or maybe not. Check it out.
The Diablo product section in IGV is where you can find the most exciting and exclusive products related to the popular video game series, Diablo, including Diablo, Diablo 2, and Diablo 3. IGV is a leading online marketplace that specializes in gaming products, and the Diablo section is a must-visit for any fan of the series. Game keys are one of the most popular products in the Diablo section. They allow you to unlock the full version of the game on your computer or gaming console, giving you access to all the features and content. In-game items are also popular, as they can give you a significant advantage in the game. You can find a range of items, including weapons, armor, and other useful items. Overall, the Diablo product section in IGV is a fantastic resource for any fan of the series. With a range of products to choose from, you're sure to find something that appeals to your interests. So, if you're a fan of Diablo, be sure to check out the Diablo section in IGV today. Check the link below.